Hi everybody, so the colors for this one are all left over from my sunset triptych. If you haven't seen that video, I'm going to put the link right here. That was an epic triptych, 3 18 by 24s. It was a huge project, so these are kind of the leftover colors and I wanted to do something with them. This is also an 18 by 24 canvas. And I start here with just a little straight pour and ring pour and straight pour and ring pour, and I kind of go back and forth. Now, I want to share this video even though the truth be told, I had incredible camera issues with this whole video. I didn't have enough. My camera kept shutting down. Either the battery, once it was the battery, once it was the memory card. I didn't have enough memory. So I've been dealing with this as I do longer projects, and it seems that that's one of the issues I'm having right now. So my camera shut off, but I did have, I grabbed my cell phone and I took footage from there. So you're going to get to see a couple different angles here, some which are better than others. Now, you see how slowly I'm pouring this? I wanted to show you in real time. In the last video, maybe the one before it, I think, I showed you how if you are close to the canvas, you get a thicker, slower ribbon of paint coming out of the cup. And when you're farther away, you get a thinner, faster ribbon of paint. So one of the things I'm kind of playing around with right here is going really slow, but it's hard to tell, but I'm actually far from the canvas. And so I'm getting a really fast little ripple of paint there. And then my camera died. I started it, I plugged it in, and I added this ring of gold, and then I was like, okay, we're good to go now. And then my camera died again. It died fully and there was no recovering it. So I grabbed my cell phone, and unfortunately this is the best angle I can get, but basically I added a ring of the yellow, and then I just drag my finger through here. I find that doing that really makes some beautiful patterns in the final result, and it breaks up that ring look. I don't always just want a circle or a half circle or something like that on my canvas. So now I begin the tilting process, but I do some white paint injection underneath. This technique was first introduced to me by Elise Fournier, and she basically injected white paint underneath. And if the paint is of a certain consistency, it will add these bubbles. It didn't happen so much today, I think, because the paint that I used, the viscosity was really high. I'm sorry, really low. It was very thick. My regular paint was pretty thick here, so it didn't really penetrate. The white injection did not really penetrate through. But if your paint is a little not quite as thick as this, it definitely rises to the top and bubbles up. It can be a really cool effect. And I had to pick a huge piece of Floetrol out of my painting right there. But it's better to do it now, early on. So then I still had all this blue and purple and black paint left over. So then I decided, okay, I'm going to try to figure out how to incorporate this. Now, you guys, these are not my colors. These are not my normal colors. Not a pink person, not a peach person in general. Kind of a winter baby, so I like the wintry colors. So So this is definitely a challenge for me, the whole the use of these colors in general. The whole sunset triptych was definitely a challenge for that reason as well. But now this painting at this point almost looks like two completely different paintings. Here I am trying to get some of the extra paint off, but look, it's now I have like one side which has all the peach and everything, and then the other side with the black and purple and gold and the purpley blue. So I decide, well, I'm going to try to marry these two sides together, and following the natural pattern of the paint, I added some black paint. Now, I did add a little bit of water to this black paint because whenever you swipe, you do need to make sure your swipe color is fairly thin. And that's one way to get some of the beautiful cells without silicone. So you want cells without silicone when you're swiping. Just make sure that your swipe color is nice and thin. So here I knew I probably wasn't giving you the best view, so I tried to hold my phone and swipe with the other hand, and then realized quickly that was not going to work. I'm not that coordinated, you guys. Sorry, but so I just turned the canvas around and hoped that you would get a better view from this angle. I'm just using a piece of plastic to swipe, and I'm wiping in between each swipe in general. Just skimming over the top. I'm not one of those people that swipes really super controlled. I like the movement of adding little rights and lefts and curves and turns and all that stuff. So you'll definitely see that in my work, as my swipes are not perfectly straight lines or anything like that. I'd never been that kind of a swiper. But I love, there's so many things about this end painting I love, even though it's almost completely it's completely different than anything I would actually choose, but since these are leftover paints, see all the beautiful cells are popping through of that coral color on the left side, and then now we're going to get some of these amazing cells coming through on the right side with the purples and the gold. And don't forget there's yellow in a ring around there, so that pops through too here and there, which is really pretty. So I'm going to show you an example. Of course my phone at that point died, but see, look at how pretty some of those cells are up close. Really awesome. And then my cell phone died, and so then I did a lot of balloon rolls, and I wanted to show you, but of course here's the final painting, and I just love the movement of this one. Look at all the interest. There's so much to see in this one up close. Really, really gorgeous, beautiful details. Look at that flower. I know it's a really busy painting, but man, when you see it up close, there's so many precious details. You could hang it any way you wanted to, but I kind of like it in this orientation. Thanks so much for coming, guys. I appreciate you, each and every one of you, every single time. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, I can't wait to make more art videos just for you. Don't forget to subscribe and hit all notifications so I can make more art videos just for you.